flat tire, think, okay, I'm going to go in the trunk, and then surprise, no tire. That's what happened to one of our producers, Hannah Gordola. Let's hear her story. Oh, here's your newer model Kia, nice car.
Thank
You
you.
slashed the tire, then what?
Well, this nice man came to help me to change my tires, and I said, okay, no problem. Do what everybody does, pop my trunk open.
Thinking there's a spare.
Yes. And I pop it open, and
Voila, nothing.
there's nothing here. So we both immediately like, oh, there's nothing there still. So we both went under, we both at the same time looked under, and then hoping that there'd be another tire, and obviously there's not. And so I'm in this panic mode. I don't understand, like, what is this? So this thing right here says...
The tire mobility kit.
Right.
What do we have in there?
I don't know. So when I opened it...
It's like a fix-it kit.
Right.
You can pump up the tire here, you can patch up something, but you've got such a bad gash, this isn't even going to help. And that's the shock, I'm sure, to our viewers, thinking, number one, there is no tire. Number two, there's this.
Yeah.
And now I'm going to have to play Mr. or Mrs. Fix-It while I'm off to the side of the road.
And we were so confused. I mean, he was more in denial that there would be, why there would be a car that's a 2013 with no spare tire. I had to look it up online. I got on my phone, and it said, Kia says you can buy one for $150.
So it's now an option.
An option.
How about that? It's an option now. Okay, so let's bring in the expert. She is the car coach, Lauren Fix. You can get more information from Lauren at laurenfix.com. So what about that? What were automakers thinking? Because this is a surprise to a lot of folks, I'm sure. Why no spare tire?
Well, there's a couple reasons. First off is it has to do with weight. The heavier a car is, the more energy it takes to propel, which impacts the fuel economy. And corporate average fuel economy is supposed to be 54.5 miles to the gallon. And that's not going to happen easily. So what do? You start lightening up a car. You remove that spare tire. You make the car as light as possible. And a spare tire can weigh as much as 100 pounds of tire and wheel assembly on an SUV. So they're pulling them out.
Got it. Fuel efficiency. Boom. There's that. Okay, so let's go over just the, and again, these are, I'm sure, surprising numbers to folks. AAA says 30 million cars, last 10 years, no spare tires. In fact, a third of cars made since 2015, no spare tires. Again, surprise to some. Do you think automakers did a good job of notifying everybody and we just weren't listening?
Well, that may be part of it. I mean, they don't put it as part of their ad, but like I have a brand new Mini Cooper and it has run flats on it. So if you had slashed the side of any tire, you're going to be on the side of the road, and that will require road service, whatever road service company you use. So run flats, if you get a hole in them, you run over a nail, it's good for 50 miles. And then you should have the tire replaced. But how often do you get a flat tire? Not often. But if you do get one, how many people actually know how to replace a flat tire? Not as many as they used to. I made my kids know how to do it before they started driving. But most people don't even have a clue.
No, exactly.
So, yeah, and if you don't know how, you might get a can of Fix-A-Flat or a tire compressor or something. But the fact is, most people don't know what they're doing, and they would call road service anyhow. And just so you know, on that Kia, free road service for the first 3 years.
Real quick, hey, that tire repair kit that Hannah and I were looking at, is that even easy to use?
Oh, yeah, it's the same thing as like a tire, any tire inflation product. You add the sealant to the tire, you add air. Remember, if it's a slash in the sidewall like she had, you're going to have to get road service anyhow, or if you don't have a spare. But you can always buy a spare for $150.
Wait, is that what you recommend, real quick, Lauren?
I do, actually. All my vehicles have spare tires, and if they don't, then I have a tire inflation kit or road service.
There you go. All right. Options are there for you. Just doing our part to alert you so you're not on the side of the road going, hey, where's the tire?
Exactly.
Lauren.